Hey guys, welcome to Elegant IC YouTube channel. This video will be a walkthrough on how I made this beautiful circle, or you can call it an umbrella dress for a 2 years old baby. Okay, so I'll be drafting out my patterns and this is the measurement I'll be working with. So I'm going to divide the shoulder into two now. Dividing the shoulder into two gave me 4.1, but I'll approximate it to 4.5 because this will be a sleeveless. So I'm just going to make a mark there. I'm going to input my armhole line, which is also the chest line, at 5.5. It's supposed to be 4 inches, but as requested by the client, he wanted it to be a little bit free. So the chest line is 5.5, then the half length 9.5 inches. That will connect it. Afterwards, I'm going to connect the shoulder line to the chest line this way. So now I'm going to divide the chest, which is the bust of the baby, into 4. Add my 1.5 stitching allowance. Okay, before I connect this now, I'm going to take the neck measurement. I'll do a neck of 2.5 by 3 inches. Then I'll connect the width 2.5, the depth 3 inches. Then I'll connect it round. I'm going to come down at this area, at the shoulder area. I'm going to come down here 1 inch for the shoulder slope, and I'll connect it to my neckline this way. Then right now I'm going to divide whatever thing I have here as usual. Take your tape, divide it into 2, mark the midpoint, then from that point go in 1/2 inch and then connect it to my chest line. For the armhole curve, I just extend this. So right now the next thing is to take the waist measurement. Divide the waist into 4. Then place it and add my stitching allowance. Connect the 2 points this way. So the next thing right now is I'm going to take my ruler from this point, and I'm just going to place my ruler this way, make it wide this way, then I'll just connect straight. After connecting this, now I'm going to take my full length, the full length of the dress, which is 24. I'm going to place it starting from here. Then this 24, I'm going to take it round in a circular motion. Then I'll just connect the dots, and that's it. Cut it out. That's it. So now I'm going to use this to trace on the fabric I'll be working with. I didn't cut out this neckline, but I'll do that later. So these are the fabrics I'll be working with, and that's the organza I'll be using for the ruffles. So now I'll just trace this out. But before I trace this out, I forgot something when drafting. I'm supposed to curve this side, because when closing, this side will be too pointy. So I'll just take my marker right now and just give it a little curve so it won't be so pointy at that area. I'm going to cut this out now. I'm not leaving extra inches at the downside because the fabric I'm working with won't be enough. But if yours is enough, leave like 2 or 1 inches at the downside for the hemming of the dress. So I'm just going to cut this now. So now I'm going to also use this pattern paper to trace the back. I'll be tracing the back of this piece. I'll keep it this way. like I said, the fabric wasn't enough, so I'll be cutting the back piece by piece. I won't cut it together, so I'll just cut it this way. Now for the neck line for the back, I'm just going to come down by 1.5 inches this way. The neck depth will not be as the front neck depth. The neck depth of the back will be 1.5, but the width remains the same. So I'll just cut it out this way. And when cutting, do well to leave your 1 inch or 1.5 inch zipper allowance, like the way I just did. Then you cut the rest. After that, now is to cut the second piece for this, and then I'll cut the facing. This is the back and the front piece together. So I'll cut the facing I'll be using to turn this. I won't be making use of lining for this. So I'm going to cut the facing, and when cutting the facing, please make sure it's on fold, like your fabric is also on fold, like this is the front piece, and make sure your facing is also is extended to your armhole area this way, because I won't be using bias for this. So this is it. Make sure your facing is long enough to close the armhole area as well. This is what my facing looks like. This way now I can close the neckline and the armhole neatly. I will do the same thing for the back one. I'll cut the facing for the back one. And then the next thing now is to join this. This is the front piece. So I'll take the back piece this way, front side facing front side. I will keep it this way, place it, and then I'm going to go now and close the shoulder area. I'll close the shoulder area. I'll also take the facing as well, and then I'll also front side facing front side like I'm doing, and then I'm going to close the shoulder area as well. I'm done closing the shoulder areas. I'm going to take this now, face it, the front side facing this way. I'll take the facing and then face it this way. This is actually a very neat way to close your baby's dress also. Like I love closing my baby's dress this way. Any baby outfit I'm making is very neat. Close the armhole and close the neckline. So I've gone ahead to close it, and as usual I'll use hemming gum to close the edges, so when I iron it to sit flat. The next thing right now is to bring it out. I'll turn it over to the right side like I'm doing. Okay, I've turned it to the right side. It's looking neat. If you notice, I didn't close the zipper area because I'll attach the zipper first. I was supposed to attach the zipper first before this, but this still goes. So now I'm going to take the zipper and then I'm going to attach it to this dress. Then I'm going to sew it to this and then take the facing, flip it over like this, and then sew it on the zipper as well. That way you get a neat finishing at your back. I'm going to do this now, bring it back. I've gone ahead to close this. This is it. See how neat it's looking. This is the back and this is the front. So I'm going to close this now. I'm going to take I'll take the chest measurement, which is the bust. Chest measurement divided by 2. Make a mark at both sides. Then the waist at the waist area as well, divided by 2. I'll make a mark on both sides. I'll just now connect the marks and take it down this way, then go close it. And then this is organza I'll be using to pleat, to do that pleating, that ruffles at the hem of the dress. So this is the organza, and this is like 8.5 inches wide. The length can be as long as you want it to be. The longer it is, the better. So I'm going to close this up right now. I've gone ahead to close the dress. This is what it's looking like, and then I've also gone ahead to close the organza. So I'm going to turn this over now. Turn it over to the right side. After this I went ahead to iron this flat. I've gone ahead to iron this flat, and as you can see, it's looking neater and it's looking more relaxed. So the next thing is to take this to your interlock machine and close this area so it will not be looking rough, or you can fold it in. I'm going to use a chalk now to make a mark. This mark is a guide. This is where I'll be doing the ruffles. This is where I'll be doing the pleating of the ruffles at. So I'm going to take this around the whole dress. And after that, I'll take it to the machine. This is it. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to do the pleating here. I'm going to place it and then keep this in like this. You can, I'll hem this later on. So I'm just going to use my hand and do the pleating. I would have done a gathers, but I don't want to do a gathers for this. Gathers to take my time, so I just decided to do this. You can still use your hand. You can only do this like this is possible when the length of whatever thing you're using to make your ruffle is very long. If whatever thing you're working with, you're using to make your ruffles is not long enough, please, I would advise you do your gathers on the ruffles on the fabric you're working first. Like do a gather it first before you start attaching it. I'll just continue this process to the end. Okay, getting to this point now, I'm going to take this piece. I'll just join it together. Just watch closely how I'm joining it. That's it. So I'm going to continue to pleat this to the end. And that's it. This is what the gown is looking like. So next thing, I want to do a little bow that I'll be attaching at the shoulder area. So just take my organza. This is on a fold. This should be like 7 by 7 on a fold. Then this one should be as long as you want, but I'll make mine 9 inches. Cut this out. Then I'll just reduce it, give it a little curve this way, and then cut it into 2. And then take this to the machine and sew them and iron them out. This is what it will be looking like. Okay, I'm gonna head to sew them in and I've ironed them out, looking flat. The next thing is to make the little bow. So I'm going to take my needle and thread. I'll take this other piece and I'll start sewing. And please make sure that you're doing this in the middle. It should be equal. I'm going to secure this. After I've secured this, I'll take this other piece and close this area. Just for this is self-explanatory. I'll just close it. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do so and give this video a like, please. Then I'll attach this other piece. And that's it. So it's now time to attach it to the dress. This is the front side. So you take the little bow. You can decide to place it on the shoulder this way, or you can just bring it down here. I think I'll just decide to put mine at the shoulder, and I'll just stack it. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up as well. And this is how the dress is looking. Beautiful.